HS800 small character inkjet printer basic inkjet operation video. First, edit the print content. Click the install button on the left side of the screen and press 2 to go to print settings. Print mode sets the print mode. Generally, the settings are the same as in the video. Print rate sets the width of the print. The larger the setting, the wider the print will be. Let's just set the number 5 and see what the print looks like. OK. Press the print stop button to start printing. Initially, we must calibrate the distance between the nozzle and the sensor relative to the product. First of all, the nozzle should be higher than the product height, but also to control whether the distance of the nozzle affects the printing effect. The sensor can be placed closer to the nozzle to set the printing delay, but it must be in the case of the sensor sensing the product. When the sensor senses it, the light on it will light up. This unscrew can adjust the direction of the nozzle printing. Unscrew this to adjust the height of the nozzle and sensor in the position of the front and rear printing. Turn on the conveyor belt, and we're ready to print. And then let's lower the value a little bit to see the difference. You can see it's a little narrower than before. There are also multiple values, and the larger the value, the wider it is. Direction is to set the printing direction. There are 4 options. Delay is how long it takes to start printing after sensor sensing is set. Let's set a number and see where we can spray it. Let's set a higher number and see what happens. I can see that the higher the value, the further back the printing position. Widening means that the font will be made wider as well as bolder. Set 2 to see the effect. Just set it according to your needs. Compression sets word spacing. Let's leave it off and see what happens. Set 7 to see the effect again, noting that the smaller the value, the smaller the word interval. You can see the sharp spacing that's just been printed has narrowed. Height sets the font height. However, it is recommended to set between 110 and 160 to avoid missing prints. If you need a certain height of the font, you can adjust the nozzle, and you can also achieve the demand for higher fonts. Now it's printed at this height. Loosen the screws holding the nozzle in place, turn the nozzle up and see what happens. You can see it's getting bigger. There is usually a fixed speed of the printing transmission tape, otherwise the printing position and font width are inconsistent. Now we've sped up the transmission tape, and let's see what happens. It can be seen that the position is far back, and the font is wider, so the usual transmission belt is fixed at a speed. Synchronization is used to set the switch on and off the synchronizer. If you are not using the synchronizer, you can ignore the function.